All right, we're talking to Ty Maxwell, first year new head coach at Lumpkin County, came from Chestatee High School. Well, Coach, what's it been like, first head coaching job? And, talk about some of the differences between, being an assistant and now you're running the whole show.
Well, I think the biggest thing is just focusing on the big picture instead of, you're just your position group. When you're a position coach, you focus on your small set of guys and everything you do has to do with them. But as a head coach, there's definitely a lot more managerial tasks that go into it. And you got to really think of long-term, big picture, how your decisions affect everybody and not just your particular group.
Are you enjoying it so far?
I really am. I'm really blessed to be here and I'm really excited, having a good time.
Well, we were talking before, you're an 05 grad of Lumpkin County and on a really, one of the best teams Lumpkin's had. Talk about coming home a little bit.
Well, it's just great. I mean, I really feel like God opened and closes doors, and this door opened and just seized the opportunity. I'm really blessed to be here, and it's just a great community. We've got great people, we've got great administrative support, and most importantly, we've got great kids. So I think that's the most exciting thing about it, is get to come home and be a part of something in my community and make a difference.
Well, and we were talking beforehand a little bit that it's kind of Lumpkin County, 3 coaches in 3 years, and normally you would think that would kind of be a downturn. You might see some lack of numbers, but actually you got 70 coming out. Looks like the numbers are really good considering all the changes. And how does that make you feel that your first year here, you're getting that kind of turnout?
Well, it's just exciting. Like you said, we've talked to our seniors and talked to them about, guys, you've had 3 different head coaches, you've ran 4 different offenses. You're going to have to buy in. You've got nothing to lose. And we've got a tremendous senior class. We're a younger team with a strong senior class, and those guys are really bought into what we're doing offensively and defensively and the work that we're putting in the off season. And if we have success, it's going to be because of those guys.
In an age where we're seeing a lot of spread offenses and a lot of success they have, and you're going to the split rear here, that's going to be fun to kind of watch, kind of an old offense, so to speak. Talk about that.
Well, I just really, it's something I picked up at Chestatee from Stan Luttrell running the veer. You don't see many people do it. A lot of people call it old school or the 70s, but, I like smashing out football, and I think it really suits our kids here. You don't necessarily have to, have a great throwing quarterback or a lot of speedy guys, but if you're willing to be tough and execute, you can really have a lot of success running the veer. And I also feel like it helps to be contrarian. With most teams being spread, not many teams you see week to week running the veer, so I think it helps us.
Well, you got an experienced quarterback coming back in Gunnar Wood. How is he picking up the offense?
He's doing very well. He's a very heady guy. He's very athletic. He's been an all-region, all-area safety for the last 3 years, so he's got that kind of toughness instilled in him, and he's done a very good job this summer so far running the veer.
Got a couple of good running backs. Looks like coming back, Timmy Somerset, Zach Matthews. Feel like it looks like you got the personnel in you. We were talking, you said feel like you have a lot of depth at your line on both sides, which seems to bode well for the kind of offense and defense that you want to run.
It does, and we've got a lot of numbers at line, at offensive and defensive line right now. And as we've been in our preseason camp phase and 2-day phase, those were guys that really, it's been an eye-opening experience of how much competition there is, and just seeing who shakes out and steps to the forefront and who's going to take hold of those positions. And
that's kind of been your focus as you're learning the players that you have. You knew what you had at Chestatee, now you're learning some new personnel. And are you finding that some of the people are starting to step forward a little bit?
We do. We've had a great summer this summer. We've really pushed the kids, went to several padded camps. And there's several kids that have really stepped up. Like we said, Gunnar Wood, Zach Matthews, and Timmy Somerset at linebacker and running back. Had a couple linemen that have really stepped up on both sides of the ball, and Garrett Gray and Stephen Bowman, 2 seniors. So we feel like guys that have stepped up already and need to continue to step up and fulfill leadership roles. There's also a lot of guys for us to be successful. They're going to have to go ahead and step up a little bit further.
Let's talk about 7 AAA. It's kind of a new region for you. I mean, you've been at Chestatee they were playing 8 4A, now you're dropping down, and then 7 AAA is just wildly different. No Beaufort, no North Hall, no White County. And talking to some of the other coaches in the region, most of them feel it's wide open. That really, it's hard to pinpoint a favorite. And in fact, Lumpkin County has been mentioned, you know, where they're dropping down, they've got numbers. How do you feel like your chances are in 7 AAA in the new region?
Well, we feel like, you know, our chances are the same as if we were in 8-4A or 5A or whatever. It just depends on what we do, how we act, the effort that we give, and how we prepare week to week. You know, I know our kids are excited, some of our community is excited, but the biggest thing is focusing on what we control, and that's how we go out and practice every single day.
Well, do you feel, you know, do you feel like you feel like Lumpkin can be in the mix for a playoff run?
I definitely think that. You know, I think any team in this region can. You've got East Hall and West Hall who have had very successful years in the past couple of years, very athletic teams. And Coach Lottie's come into West Hall and done a great job, and Brian Gray at East Hall. You've got Coach Pabo going into Fannin County. Banks County's going to be better this year. You got Franklin coming over from a very tough region, and you also look at Dawson County with the success they've had recently with Coach Lee. So, you know, it's going to be an exciting region. I expect a lot of close ball games, and it'd be a hunt all the way to the end.
Well, in fact, I was talking to Coach Lee, and I know that, you know, he was hoping, like last year, maybe the two teams could have met early, you know, big crowd, big rivalry, and, you know, playing week 8, I believe, week 8, you know, boy, if both of you guys are in the playoff mix, that could be a huge game. And I know that's a long way down the road, but how fun would that be for this community and the Dawson County community to have a big game like that late in the year?
Well, I think any time that Lumpkin and Dawson can have success at the same time, that's happened a few times in history, and then play each other, it'd be great for both communities. But like you said, that's a long way away.
It is, but you know, that's what we do. We like to look ahead for some of the fun stuff. So, well, anyway, well, good luck, Coach. Hope things work out for you this year. It's good to have you on board.
Thank you, appreciate it.